Hello, my name is Rasputin, and this is Once Upon a Roll, a D&D podcast where I play a one-on-one session with a new guest each week in the land of Courtia, a homebrew setting I've been using for the past 4.5 years. This week, my guest is Keely. Hey, Keely, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. How about you?
How might people know you on the internet?
I go by Keelyclove on Twitter. I like to talk about Sonic Online and post pictures of my cat.
Both good things. Both things that the internet seems to like to flock around for.
People hate Sonic.
Love of cats and hatred of Sonic. Yeah.
There we go. I'm a Sonic defender, so I guess maybe part of the appeal.
I mean, we can agree on Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. How about that? That can be our common ground.
Okay.
I don't know that I have much beyond that for you, but
I can respect Adventure 2. It's totally fine. It's great.
A classic.
Music rules.
Yeah, live and learn. So have you played much D&D before?
I played a few short sessions with friends here and there, but we weren't very good at it. I feel like we never got very far, and we always got really, really, really sidetracked to the point where the DM was like, I'm going to rip my hair out if you guys don't stop trying to flirt with this lizard in a cave.
Sure. I mean, it sounds like a typical early D&D experience.
Yeah,
to be
you're
honest,
just goofing off with the boys,
group.
drinking some mead, but you just got to learn more about it and play more.
Yeah. Well, I assume, so you've mostly played with groups, probably never done a one-on-one session?
Yeah, nothing like that at all. So that's why I'm a little bit nervous, but very, very excited for the most part.
Yeah, I think you'll do great. It's obviously puts a lot more on you needing to be on, but it also makes us, you don't have to, sit there for 30 minutes sometimes being like, am I here still? Am I in this scene?
Do I exist?
We exist in imagination, and that's real enough for me.
Wow.
Well, let's jump into this episode of Once Upon a Roll. The kingdom of Courtia has thrived for over 1,000 years. In that time, it has endured war against powerful enemies, outlasted deadly feuds between its lords, and fought against evil, both of this plane and others. However, during the most recent Festival of the Autumn Sun, the sage's ritual revealed a nearly forgotten omen, the sign of Black Sun, a symbol only seen once before, and it almost led to the destruction of Courtia. Panicked, the common folk in the capital city rioted, and when the dust settled, the king was dead, and his 2 children had disappeared in the night. The lord of the city of Edgewood, Tom Dunn, restored peace to the capital, and with no heirs of the king anywhere to be seen, he decided to sit the throne and take the position of Lord Regent. But this story takes place a few months before the Festival of the Autumn Sun, and sets its sights upon the Imian Sea. You've been captaining a small vessel that you've dubbed the Effervescent for a few months now, largely sailing along the coasts of Courtia. The ship, of course, was paid in full by your mother, one of the ladies of the Elven Court of Lore, who is happy to front the cost in order for you to live out your dream. It also got her bastard daughter out from the prying and judging eyes of those in Lore, which was an added bonus. But your dream is what matters the most. The dream of becoming a pirate. Your days as a pirate have largely been filled with chasing leads from treasure maps and helping the occasional coastal town from attacks from various sea beasts instead of any actual piracy, but piracy is in the eye of the beholder. You've assembled a small but spirited crew who are able to tend to the various duties of the ship. Barely. There's Colas, a halfling man with flowing blonde hair and a grin that you've rarely seen leave his face. You met him in a tavern in the city of Finnea, where he gave a rousing performance of a song you loved from your childhood. You knew you had to have him on your crew.
Absolutely. He sounds like a winner.
Exactly. There's Maribel, a human girl you met in the lower district of Teldwith who tried to steal your coin purse, but you were able to chase her down and learn her story. She was orphaned, alone, and hungry. You felt that she reminded you of yourself a bit when you were a teenager, despite the fact that she really is nothing like you, and your life was filled with, privilege and elven courts. But nonetheless, you felt like you saw yourself in her a bit. So you offered her a space on your crew as well. And lastly, there's Bastian, the first crewmate you ever brought on. an aarakocra with red, yellow, and blue feathers. So aarakocra are humanoid birds. And you met him along the shores of Valia. He commented on the beauty of your multicolored sails, and you commented on the beauty of his feathers. And he has been a fast friend ever since, and your first mate. And lastly, and most importantly, there is Scrumpy, your cat, who looks like most other cats, aside from wings sprouting from his back, that you don't pay much mind to.
Oh, it's just a cat. It's just some guy on my ship. It's fine.
Others have sailed with you, but they've come and gone. And only these three, and Scrumpy, have stayed at your side through the thick of it. Which is why when your little skeleton crew found itself in a storm, they had no chance. The last thing you remember is seeing the bow of your ship pointing straight up to the sky before you fell into the water.
Doesn't sound great.
And then there was nothing. And then there was now. You feel the salt water first come out of your nose and then your mouth as you begin violently coughing up the sea. Water laps at your feet and sand is plastered against your face. You look up and you see that the sky is blue. The day is warm, and Scrumpy is looking down at you anxiously.
Scrumpy, hey! You live too, huh?
Scrumpy just gives up and kind of like rubs his head against your head.
I'm glad you're okay, bud. Where's everyone else, though?
Gives like a little shrug and and seems like he was kind of just waiting for you to be okay. You can see kind of a little rip on your shoulder that looks like maybe where some teeth had bit into your shirt. You get the sense that he like tried dragging you out of the water, but is a small cat, so couldn't. But you do have like a little rip in your shirt on your shoulder.
Valiant effort, my guy. So you want to look around. Do I see anyone else here kind of washed up with me?
Yeah, so as you stand up and take a quick look around you, you do not see anyone else there. Can you, while that's happening, as you know, you kind of get your heroic moment of standing up after this storm, brushing off some sand, can you describe your character?
I don't remember what age we decided that she was, actually. She like 20s, 30s?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, and half-elf young, right?
Yeah. So this character is a half-elf. Let's see. She is a barbarian. She carries around a trident and a club, which is just a great combination, obviously. I don't know why more people aren't doing this. Let's see. She is wearing what looks to be like a bougie sort of pirate outfit, where she's wearing like your typical pirate hat, but it's like black lined with gold because, again, rich parents, those fun little privileges of being like, yep, I want an entire black and gold pirate outfit. I want to look like I spent a lot of money on this because someone did, but it wasn't me.
Which is a sort of piracy in itself, right? I mean, you didn't pay for it. You took it from someone else.
Absolutely.
You know? It was your parents' pockets, but you took it nonetheless.
I took it nonetheless. It does not belong to me. It is not my, I have no right to this, and it's mine.
Yeah.
Let's see. One of her other defining characteristics is that she wants to be a bit taller, so she is wearing it looks like typical pirate boots, but they're also high heels. She can't walk super great in them. She looks a little bit uneasy every time she's taking steps, especially on the sand. She really hopes her crew does not notice, and especially Scrumpy. But, you know, what can you do? Other than that, she's like sand-colored hair. I think you guys had like yellowish eyes, I think. Yeah.
Normally you probably stand at like 5'5", 5'6", right? Half elves are a little short, or I guess some 5. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not super tall, but with your boots, you're probably pushing a little over 6 feet.
Yep. And that is exactly the look we're going for. So, other than that, yeah, it just looks like her hair is usually pretty well done. Her skin is obviously not seen very much outside time besides the past couple months we've been sailing, so she doesn't really have like any scars or anything like cool like that, and that really pisses her off. But
yeah. You're probably still mostly in like the sunburn territory. Like you haven't gotten the long tan of a sailor yet.
No.
But have gotten a few burns on your neck, which are unfortunate and painful at times. But yeah, one thing you notice as you stand up is that your club and trident are not in their normal spots on your back.
What the
They seem to have fallen off at some point.
Oh, God, I'm weaponless on the beach. I don't even know where I am.
If you'd like, you can kind of, I had you take a quick glance around. If you want to do a more detailed look, you can make a perception check and look around for them.
Yeah. Perception, where? 8.
With an 8, you have no sign of the club.
Crap.
But it is enough to see a little glint in the water.
Oh.
A little ways out that looks like, a little bit of the metal that's at the end of your trident.
Well, I gotta go out there and go get it then.
I'm going to have you, the waves are kind of coming in and you're walking with your boots, trying to get through. It's not necessarily the easiest walk. I'm just going to have you make an athletics check.
All right. Perfect. Would that be disadvantage since there's like waves and stuff like that? Or is that?
Yeah, I'm going to give you disadvantage on it. Yeah.
Seems like that'd be a little bit of a struggle. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I got a 4.
Okay. Not very good. You take a few steps in the water and a big wave starts coming through. You try to brace yourself for it, but it hits you. You're a little fatigued and tired from being at sea.
Yeah, whatever the heck just happened.
And getting shipwrecked. You get knocked down by this, get another nice whiff of salt water up your nose, and you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as you kind of get knocked over and pushed back to the beach.
I hate the ocean. I know it's not very pirate of me to say, but no one else can hear me besides you, Scrumpy. Can I have Scrumpy try to go out there and get it?
Yeah.
Scrumpy, it's on you, my guy. You're all I have.
Scrumpy will kind of give you a look as you point to it.
Fetch.
I have some stats for Scrumpy, so I'll just have you roll a d20 and then you can subtract 1 because Scrumpy's not all that strong.
Okay. So I rolled a d20, got 15.
-1. Okay. That's pretty good though for Scrumpy. So Scrumpy gives you a little nod and flies over and you see him land on the handle. He kind of grabs it with his bottom paws and it takes a little bit, but he's able to move it back and forth and unwedge it from the sand where it was kind of sticking up from, the sand in the water. And he's pulling it over. He's not strong enough to lift this thing up high and fly with it. So he's kind of coasting just a foot above the water. It was probably about 25 feet out.
My gosh.
He's able to get about 12 feet halfway carrying it. And you see behind him is coming a big wave that he's not going to be able to get out of the way of. What do?
Scrumpy, drop it, fly away. Quick,
All right.
It's fine.
You yell at Scrumpy to drop it. And he kind of looks. Roll another d20 for me, and this time you can add 3 for Scrumpy's dexterity.
All right, I rolled a 9, so that's 12.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
DC was 10, so you needed to get above 10 for him not to get swallowed up.
Yes.
He flies. It's kind of it's coming, and he's able to just stay a little bit in front of it as it crashes down. You're not exactly sure what has happened to the trident. You can't see it, but it does seem like it's probably a little bit closer.
Okay. So maybe the wave washed it a bit closer then. I don't know. I can't really see super well because it's bright outside and everything. But good try, Scrumpy. All right, just come on back, dude. You're a cat. You don't like water, probably.
Yeah, Scrumpy got splashed a little, so
Neither one of us like water. This is great.
If you'd like to make another perception check to see if you can get eyes on the trident, you can?
Yeah. I gotta get my trident back. I rolled 14.
Yeah, it's closer now. So you're kind of able to get a quick look. It's about 10 feet out. It's easier to walk than before. So
Okay.
I let you do an athletics check, not at disadvantage, to just kind of get out there and weather through the waves.
I got 14. We can do this.
Easy enough. Yeah. Mostly the other time it's because you rolled a natural 1, which is really bad. This is easy enough to just wade through, reach down, pick up your trident.
All right. Got my weapon back, finally. I don't know where my club went still, and that was probably kind of expensive. Thanks, Mom. But this is fine. This will do for now. Everything's fine. I'm not freaking out.
Scrumpy just kind of looks at you and you can interpret the look however you want, whether it's, yeah, you're not freaking out, or yeah, sure, you're not freaking out.
This freaking guy. Whatever, dude. Whatever. You can even hold the trident, idiot. You can speak English. Why am I talking to you? I've been alone for far too long. It's been like 10 minutes.
Yeah. 10 minutes of being awake. I'm like, oh, I'm so lonely.
Hate it here.
Yeah, you walk back onto the beach and Scrumpy flies over, lands on your shoulder.
Oh, a little parrot. Okay, so you look a little bit pathetic, but that's okay. I want to start kind of wandering around the beach, trying to see if there's any signs or maybe any feathers from some of my crewmates.
Yeah. We'll say this is more investigation for looking for something like feathers.
All right, investigation. Yeah, I'm looking for some colorful feathers because I know Bastian, he couldn't have gone too far, right? Like a bestie has to stay by your side is kind of close. I rolled 15 for investigation.
That's pretty good. Especially because I think you have like negative stuff to investigate.
Yeah, we're not great at intelligence.
So in general, as you look around this area, you see that beach continues to your left, beach continues to your right, and there is like a bit of a hill, like straight in front of you. You get the sense that if you went up there, you might get a good view of the area. As far as like the more specific investigation stuff, you do not find any feathers belonging to Bastian here.
No signs of any of my friends or any other weapons.
You do not see any signs of any of your friends. What you do notice is there are footprints in the sand.
Ooh.
And as you look, especially like a little further away from where the water's lapping, a little more up the beach where the tide won't hit, you do see tracks that seems to be a lot of footprints, like maybe belonging to 6+ people, more than your crew. So it seems like someone else has been on this island.
Someone else might be shipwrecked too, but I don't really have my crew. I don't really have my weapons. Scrumpy can't really fight. He's just a cat. So I think I'd rather avoid confrontation like that if I can. I guess maybe I just want to go to the top of the hill for now. And that's away from where these footprints are leading, right? Or do they go to the hill too?
Yeah. No, those kind of mostly, it seems, as you kind of take a look, not that you have huge knowledge of how these things work, but you kind of get the sense it's almost like some sort of patrol that was moving like around the beach, checking different parts, maybe from a day or two ago. You never probably patrolled on your own, but you've lived in nice castles before, where you're like, oh yeah,
could be this is the guards.
You've seen guards walk the same path, yeah.
Just the guards. They probably wouldn't harm me, but also, what if they do? What if they know that I'm Finnea Salty Oritoris, the greatest pirate the world's ever seen? What if they know? They're gonna see me and they're gonna know. So I gotta keep moving. Gotta get out of here. Side note, did I ever actually introduce the character, Finnea?
I don't know that you said her name.
Oh.
You introduced what she looked like.
Yeah, I got
she had
nervous.
rich parents. But yes, Finnea is her name.
Finnea Oritoris, but she wants everyone to call her Salty, which is her super cool pirate name that she came up with all by herself.
Yeah. Does anyone on the crew call you Salty?
Absolutely not, no.
Yeah.
You just call me Finn.
Yeah. I imagine like Bastian tried once and I was like, no.
Started laughing.
I will not call you Salty.
Gang has a couple beers and they're like, yeah, no.
Will not happen. All right. You make your way up the hill?
Yes. Trudging.
Okay. Yeah. You're able to climb up. Scrumpy, flies up alongside you and flies to the top. Yeah, you get a pretty good look of the island from here. Looking down the hill, you can see palm trees sparsely spread out. But, as things get further away from you, they get more densely packed with trees. As you look out, it doesn't seem like a massive island. You can tell it's an island, which I guess says something because you can see kind of the end of it a ways out.
Okay.
It doesn't look like there are any structures here. You do see kind of further away, there looks to be another, I guess we'll call it a hill. It looks bigger and more rocky. I wouldn't say it's a mountain, but it's definitely rockier than the little hill you're on right now. Can you make a perception check? And with your kind of elevated stance, I'll give you advantage on it.
Sure. 13.
Yeah, as you kind of look out, you get a little scope of the island. One thing you notice on the very, very far end, like pretty much the farthest point away from you, every once in a while, like it seems like it kind of bobs up and out of your sight every once in a while. It looks to be something kind of flowing in the wind, and it looks to be like a black cloth of some sort. You can't make much more out than that, but you do see something kind of in the distance that is moving up and down every once in a while in a rhythmic sort of manner. And it looks to be some sort of black cloth.
Man, I shouldn't have thrown away my glasses.
A little bit closer to you, though, you hear the noise first. You hear barking. And as you kind of like, you're like, is that barking? Because at first you could only really hear the loud crashing of the waves, but then you put an ear out and you're like, oh. And you look towards the sound of the bark, and you do see, they are somewhat far away, but what looks to be 3 dogs looking up at a tree, barking at something in it.
Ooh. Wonder who they found. Oh, I'm terrified of dogs. This is why I have a cat. Oh boy, but could be one of my friends in there. I need someone to help me with my ship. Oh my god, my ship! Where'd my ship go? No ship, no friends. Unless... Alright, well I do want to go investigate that tree. Despite everything, I'm going to kind of shakily walk towards that tree, hoping the dogs don't notice me. As sneaky as one can be walking through like a sandy, rocky area in high-heeled boots. Yeah. I would like to sneak over there and see if I can see what the dogs see without being noticed.
I will have you make a stealth check. It won't be at disadvantage, but like the DC might be a little higher because of, these certain aspects.
22.
That's great. Woo-hoo. Yeah. You, despite, being in, you like, while you are shaking your boots, you have gotten somewhat used to them. Yeah. But, you do everything you can to calm yourself, take a breath. As you're moving forward, you also see Scrumpy kind of like on the ground, going quietly, with a cat's grace. And you do your best to be like, okay, do what the cat does. Cats are so sneaky.
This guy's so sneaky.
So, you kind of follow along with Scrumpy's lead. And yeah, you're able to kind of sneak down to a tree closer to this and get a better look at what's going on. And you see, what seems to be, when I say dog, they seem a little more wolf-like, pretty mangy, all barking up. As you kind of look up to see what they're barking at, you see a familiar halfling man with flowing blonde hair, just standing there, no grin on his face right now as he kind of looks down panicked. You see Colas at the top of the tree, just kind of like sitting there, humming to himself like, oh, we're gonna get this, we're gonna be okay. Just doing whatever he can to stay calm as he's stuck in this tree with enemies at the bottom.
That voice, that flowing blonde hair. Hey! Get excited and just kind of start yelling.
Oh, so you move out of your stuffy ways.
No longer terrified. That's my friend up there. Hey! Come back down. It's fine, probably.
Okay. Yeah, as you get up and wave, Scrumpy's like, trying to be like, what are you doing? And the 3 kind of mangy dogs turn their heads to you all at the same time. And Colas's head snaps to you too. And at first it's like joy for seeing you and seeing that you're okay. And then a second later, he like looks down at the dogs and he's like, watch out! They're going to start running at you.
Okay, do I have any of my survival pack stuff left? Like, would I still have even my rations or?
Yeah.
Can I just throw some food at them and hope they leave?
Yeah, I'd say you have your pack would have been just kind of around you and stayed on you.
All right. Well, dogs, this food might be a little bit salty on account of the ocean, but you might like this. I'm just trying to throw some food in the opposite direction to see if maybe it'll get their attention.
You toss it. Make an animal handling check.
Okay. Submit that. 11.
11. Okay. You throw it, and one of the dogs does turn towards it as he kind of sees it fly over, is curious by it, sniffs, and seems like there is food, and he runs towards it. The other two are not distracted, though, and they're coming for you.
Okay. Well, I tried it ready. Whew.
Okay. Roll for initiative.
Perfect. Initiative 4.
Very good.
Oh, boy.
All right. And we'll have Colas roll as well.
All right, Colas, come on down.
All right. So Wolf 3 is the one who ran off. Mm-hmm. I'm sure has a name and lore of its own. So yeah, Wolf 1 will run up to you, get up to you, and make a bite attack at you.
Ouch.
That is a 23 to hit, so that's going to hit you.
Yeah, my armor class is what, 13?
Yeah. So you take 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay, so I was at 31. All right, 24 hit points left.
And you have to make a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw. Okay. I got a 12.
The DC is 11, so you do not get knocked down prone. You are still standing up good. That is Wolf 1's turn. Colas will see you in trouble and jump down from the tree. Mm. He's able to kind of like jump down and roll and be okay. He's not able to get up to where you all are. He's still a ways away.
Yeah.
But he is close enough to, let's see, what can he do?
He's a bard, right?
Yeah, he is a bard. So he is going to first throw a dagger at Wolf 2, who's a little bit closer, which will hit and do a little damage to the wolf. Not much damage to the wolf. It does 4 damage to the wolf.
That's something. It's more than I've done so far. Good stuff, Colas.
True. And then he'll look at you and cast Healing Word, seeing that you took a big bite, and just kind of gives you a thumb up and like, you're going to be okay, Cap. You're going to be okay.
Aye.
And you heal 6 points.
Wow. I knew bringing you out was a good idea.
The wolf that he threw a dagger at is going to run over to him to take a bite instead of running at you now.
Uh-oh.
And it got a natural 1. So it kind of like goes for a big chomp. He like puts his hands up like, oh God, no. And it just bites to the side. And he's like, oh, cool.
Oh, cool. Talk as an idiot.
Then Wolf 3 is like eating the food.
Hopefully Wolf 3 stays that way. Shit.
Yeah, Wolf 3 seems to be eating the food, not really paying attention to the fight.
Love that for him. Love that.
And you are up.
All right. So I do have my trident still. Looks like I can 2-hand my trident. Let's see, 1d8 plus 3 piercing damage. I'm going to roll that. If I want to attack Wolf 1, he's right in front of me. I just want to whip my trident out and just go for the jab. Just to be like, nope, absolutely not. How dare you bite me? This is expensive, All right, got a 19.
19 will hit, yeah.
Take that. I rolled a 6 plus 3, so that's 9.
Yeah, you hit the wolf hard. It is looking pretty hurt here.
I would like to just end my turn. I don't really want to hurt this wolf. I would like him to stay away from me, and I would like him to leave my clothing alone. And I've never killed before, and I'm not about to start today. So I'm going to get a couple more rations on my pack while I have a moment while he's like flinching. And I want to throw them probably about 10 feet away if possible. So if he gets distracted, he's more, accepting of food now that he's like not doing so hot. Now there's 2 of us, and his friend's distracted.
Roll another animal handling.
Okay. Animal handling. I will roll 18.
Okay, 18. Yeah, that's pretty good. It kind of, after it hit a bite on you and then you hit it hard back and it can kind of tell it's not doing super well. And then it sees you like put food out in front of it and throw it to the side. It like looks at you kind of confused. It doesn't run to the food, but it does kind of like move a paw back, like trying to measure you. In general, you get the sense, like, as you kind of look at it, it doesn't necessarily seem like a stray dog.
Yeah.
But maybe, not one that has gotten any sort of, like, kind treatment or been shown some sort of mercy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it does seem, like, wary of you still, but it doesn't seem as threatening as it did a moment ago.
Good. This is progress. We'll take it.
So yeah, that's your turn. Then it is Wolf 1's turn. Wolf 1 is going to kind of look at you again and then slink away a bit. Take a few steps back.
Good dog.
And then move towards the food.
Smart boy.
Colas is up and he is still in battle with one of them.
Uh-oh. Colas, try a snack.
A snack? Okay. He reaches into a pocket where you see he pulls out like a little thing of jerky. Ooh. He kind of puts it in front of the wolf and throws it to the side. He's going to make an animal handling check. A 3. He throws it and is like, he gives you a thumbs up. Looks like this will work. Wolf 2 is up. It is going to jump and take a bite at Colas.
No.
That's a 16 to hit. So it will, in fact,
hit. Oh, no,
hit.
Colas.
He takes 6 points of damage.
You idiot.
And is knocked prone with this wolf on top of him.
Oh, God. Okay. It's not great.
Wolf 3 continues to eat the rations. And now it is on you.
All right. So we got 2 good dogs, 1 dog not being so good. All right. So the wolf's on top of my friend now. See, how far is he from me? Like, can I sprint over there and just, like, make a loud noise?
Yeah, with your speed, you could get there.
Okay. I want to sprint over there then, and I want to see if I can just, like, make a loud, scary noise to see if we can get the wolf, like, spooked off of him, I guess.
Yeah.
It's probably not great. He needs those lungs. You can't crush his lungs. He needs those to sing me my tunes.
Roll an intimidation check.
Okay. I'm very scary. Submit. I got an 8.
Okay. Yeah, as you run over and like yell, you are a little panicked, and it sounds more concerned than scary. You sound more scared than scary.
Get away from my friend! Come on!
It doesn't seem to have any effect as the wolf continues bearing down on Colas.
Damn it. What's my cat doing throughout all this?
Scrumpy is on a tree, like flew up to a tree and is just kind of like hissing down at some of the wolves.
Scrumpy, you're a coward. Look what these wolves doing to your brother.
I'll say the intimidation was a bonus action, so you would still have your action.
Okay, so not very scary. I don't really want to have to hit this wolf though either. What else do I have in my backpack that I could use? I have a torch, which is not lit. I have a bedroll. I wish I could just like club him on the head so he'd get knocked out or something, because I don't want to stab him or anything like that. But I guess I do have a bedroll. I'm gonna like wrap it around the wolf or something.
I'll say, like, if you want to use your trident in a piercing, sort of like non-lethal way,
yeah,
you can do that. I'll say, like, I mean, yeah, because you can do non-lethal damage to aim to knock out.
Yeah.
You'll probably do a little less damage because there's a piercing weapon that you're trying not to like pierce.
Yeah, I mean, can I use like the other end maybe? Like.
But yeah, you could like you could use the handle end almost as a club.
Perfect.
And we'll let you use the club stats for that, which are less strong than
All right.
Your trident.
I just want to give him a good bonk on the head so he stops.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then.
All right, roll the hit.
Let's see, 25.
Okay, that's a crit. So you get to roll. We'll have you roll 2d4.
Okay. D4.
Plus 3, and you're aiming for non-lethal damage. You're not trying to kill it.
So 2d4. I got a 3 and a 1. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, and you had taken 4 damage before from Colas. You come over. You flip your trident so you're holding it by the trident. And you just swing it and kind of hit the wolf in the backside, and it flips over Colas, and it seems to be knocked out.
Okay. Whew. Colas,
you do see like breath continues up and down, but yeah, it is not up.
Okay, we're not killing today. But Colas, come on, we gotta run. We gotta get out of here.
As you hit that, the other 2 wolves kind of hear the yelp, and they are going to turn to you and kind of look at you and give a bit of a growl to you. They seem a little angry with it. So I'll say, yeah, you can respond to that however you'd like.
All right. I just kind of want to maybe drop my weapon, maybe so they think I'm not quite much of a threat. Like, I don't want to fight. I want my friends and I would like to leave. That's it. Weapon down, arms up. don't know if dogs understand anything like that, but I don't want to fight you guys. You're kind of cute.
Okay. And making like an appeal, like, oh, the food.
Yeah.
Look at the food.
Look at the ground before you. Has your stomach been this full in days? Probably not. I'll give your friend some food too if you just let me go. Put a snack on the other dog's head.
Oh, so you like put food down by the unconscious
Yeah, I put
dog.
it on his head so that they know it's for him.
Yeah, put it down. I'll let you do with that, with putting like food down, like showing you're non-threatening. I'll let you do one last animal handling at advantage.
At advantage. Okay. Perfect. That is looks like 13.
A 13 is not going to be quite enough to do it. They don't start charging you, but they do seem pretty threatening towards you. You can't tell necessarily what's going to happen next, but you're smart enough to know that at the very least, these wolves do not want you here or anywhere near them right now.
See, I don't want to be here either. So I just want to.
We're at an accord. Like, perfect.
Perfect. We want the same thing here, actually. All right. Well, I want to scoop up my friend Colas and drag him to his feet, and we gotta go.
You pick up Colas. The dogs do kind of like, as you are picking up and start moving, they do kind of like make a move towards you, barking loudly. You're bad at this. Make an intelligence check.
Oh God, I just want to leave. Okay, intelligence check. So it's like a 7.
Okay, yeah. You're just like, well, I'm gonna get away from these dogs. I want to get out. I don't want to.
Really stressed out right now.
I don't want to hurt them. So you just start running like the wind, holding Colas in your arms. And for a second, he seems to want to protest, like, I can run just as fast. But as you like are sprinting along with your extra barbarian movement and making long strides, like, oh, whatever, fine. You just sprint, not looking back. Probably after about 2 minutes of running and just trying to get away from that spot, you look back and it does not seem like they chased you.
Okay. I think we're good. I don't want to get too far from when we first started, because still a couple more crewmates missing and all that. And honestly, my legs are kind of tired. But okay, Colas, are you good?
Yeah, yeah. That wolf almost killed me.
But it didn't.
Yeah.
Once again, our crew is the best crew. Coolest pirates around.
Yeah. Thanks for saving me, Finn.
Yeah, anytime. I think.
Yeah. Have you seen Maribel?
I haven't had like any signs of anyone since I've been here. You're the first person I found.
Oh. Well, I washed up near Bastian.
Bastian?
We were by each other for a bit, and
you left him?
Well, I mean, the wolves, they chased me.
They chased him too? Is there more wolves?
Well, not wolves, but pirates.
Pirates?
Like, you look at him and it seems like he wants to say, like, real pirates. But he says, yeah, other pirates.
Other pirates? God. Well.
We, washed up and we're trying to make our way in and ran into a handful of people. There's a lot of them. Seemed like they're led by this tiefling woman. They were really interested in Bastian. I mean, there aren't that many Aarakocra around, especially ones as colorful as him. So
yeah,
their group started chasing him and sent the dogs after me, and kind of got split up while running away. So I don't know where he is.
I guess I can forgive you just this once. But do you think they took him? Did you hear anything? I know you were probably running for your life and breathing really hard and everything, but did you hear anything? Do you remember anything else? Where is my bird?
I don't know. We got split up when we were running, and I don't know much else. Does look like they have a ship here on the other side.
Oh, ships. Speaking of ships, though, have you seen our ship at all?
He kind of gives you like a, aw, honeys, aw.
I don't recall.
Yeah, I think the effervescent is
Don't say it.
It'll be a cool story. You know, those ships that you hear about that are at the bottom of the sea and are mysterious.
And mermaids live in them.
Yeah, well, that's ours now.
Oh, man. Shit. Where will I get another ship like that? I had so many memories on that ship.
Yeah.
So many good times. But it's gone. But at least I found you. At least there's that.
Yeah.
Do you happen to remember which direction Bastian was chased in?
He kind of looks out. You are at this point kind of close to where it becomes a little more jungly. But you can see kind of above is that like mountain, that rocky hill kind of a ways out. But that you had noticed on top of the hill that you were standing on. I kind of went, obviously towards this direction that we came, but it seemed like he was kind of trying to fly up there. I don't know if he was able to get towards that area, but that is where he seemed to be heading.
All right, then that's where we'll go. Let's go. Right now.
Okay.
Get up.
Yeah. I'm good. You see, like, there's just like a big bite mark in his shoulder. Looking a little worse for wear.
So he's able to heal himself at all? Because I don't think I have anything that I could really use to help besides, like, I could maybe put some leaves on it to try to patch it up. But
Yeah, from a mechanical standpoint, you could either have him use a spell to heal, or the two of you could take a short rest where he could use a hit die to try to heal up. So if you'd like to take a little bit of a rest, he could use that and save his spells. But if you'd like to not waste any time, keep moving forward.
we gotta keep going. He's gotta use his spells.
Okay. He will put a hand on his wound and cast Cure Wounds on it.
I gotta keep my bard looking pristine. He's gotta be impressive. Bards are all about the aesthetic.
True.
This one
Cool.
has flowy hair.
He looks fully healed.
Okay, perfect. You're ready to go. I'm almost at full health. I'm fine. Yeah, I want to walk towards wherever he pointed to.
Yeah, so you start heading towards kind of that rocky, cliffy hill that's not super high, but high for this island. You head into the woods, the jungle, and start moving along.
Oh boy.
How are you trying to move through the jungle?
Probably kind of walking at kind of a brisk, panicked-looking pace. Occasionally tripping here or there on things, but for the most part, just like going pretty fast, looking around, trying to notice anything at all.
Yeah.
Finn is not a huge fan of snakes or most things that are outdoorsy, so this is completely out of her element. She probably looks really, really silly while doing all of this.
Yeah.
Eyes are just huge, like, oh my god, what if there's animals here? Which of course there are. I mean, come on. Is panicked, breathing heavily, just like, oh my god, where is anything? Was it possible to see if my cat, he's not like he can communicate or anything, but could he do a little cursory
Flyover?
Yeah, a little flyover, just to see if there's anything else.
Roll a d20 and add 3.
D20?
Actually, add 5.
Oh, shit. I rolled a 1, so...
Okay. Yeah.
So that's a 6.
You point at Scrumpy to go do a flyover. He gives you a little mew and flies up. Is out for a little while, a couple minutes as you're moving ahead, and eventually comes back to you, and it just like meow 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 meow.
Thank you so much.
Meow.
I understood all of that, and I respect it. Thank you.
As you're moving along, just in general, for like how you're kind of moving through the area and looking for any sort of signs for stuff, make a survival check just to be like, oh, can I get through these quick enough, and will I notice any like tracks or anything left behind?
Yeah. Traps, looking for broken branches, looking for anything that's like that could show that there's a sign of life. Normal roll. Ooh, I rolled a 3. Man.
With full confidence, I imagine like anytime like a well, you should be slinking through things probably as not to leave a big trail behind you. You're kind of using your trident, I imagine, to like move vines out of your way and cut through stuff, maybe not showing the jungle the respect it deserves, or not doing exactly a great job of hiding your own tracks or finding anyone else's.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You take a few steps forward and you look to Colas and you're ready to tell him no one else has been through this jungle. It's completely clear. I think we're maybe the first people to go through it. That's you look at him, ready to impart that information.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as you do, you hear the click of a crossbow pointing up. And as you look up, you see 3 humans, all kind of in torn up gear. It looks similar to your pirate gear, except actually used. It's like it's seen some use, and 3 humans, all scarred, tanned, and angry looking. And you hear the one who holds up, "Is that the young girl?" And the one next to him's like, "No, it's 2 others."
Are you talking about us?
"Yeah, come out or we'll kill you."
These guys are pirates, Colas. Like pirates. Like they're going to kill us for real.
"Yeah, that's what I was telling you before."
Well, you know what? I was a little bit stressed out before, and I'm still a little bit stressed out right now, but what do you think we should do?
"Drop your weapons."
Okay. We're not looking to fight anyone. It's actually been kind of a long day already. So, does Colas have any weapons?
Colas has a dagger. Yeah.
Okay. Colas, just drop your dagger. I'm going to drop my trident, and we're just going to see if we can have a nice, calm conversation with these folks. All right. So drop weapons and walk forward. Just a little.
Yeah, the one with the crossbow keeps it up, points it at him, looks to a guy next to him who you see is missing an ear, and he's like, "Rutley, go pick that up." The man named Rutley moves to pick up the weapons towards you.
Mm-hmm. I'm just going to let him do that.
You hear a yell coming from somewhere as quickly a small form moves from behind these 3 men, a little bit taller than Colas, but around the same height, with light brown hair that's kind of cut in a bob. You see a form come behind one of the man holding the crossbow and just slash at his calves, kind of sneaking up. You recognize this to be Maribel, your little thief in the group.
Our little thief, that's her.
And yeah, she swings and hits the guy with the crossbow in the leg for a decent amount of damage.
Ooh, okay. Is he still holding his crossbow, though, or did he freak out and drop it?
He is very surprised. He's still holding it, but it's now pointed at the ground as he kind of looks down and sees this teenage girl holding a knife, yelling, "Finn, attack!" Roll initiative.
Maribel, it's good to see you, but come on. I'm the captain here.
You get the sense Maribel has been hiding out, waiting for any opportunity to get a jump on these guys.
Always so aggressive. What am I telling you? What did I tell you about your temper, Maribel?
Says the barbarian. Yeah.
They're getting more and more mad. What did I fucking say? Okay. Roll initiative. You rolled a 5.
Wow. These are rough for you.
I'm having a rough day. I told you it's been a long day.
Maribel got a 1, so she's a little worse than you, I suppose. Her 1 will explain it as she did the attack, and then you kind of yelled at her for being reckless. And she, I'm sorry. I thought this was the plan. Oh no. Worried about disappointing her mother figure.
Oh no. Shows a bad mother figure. God dang.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So not a great start. Not a great start. But
so Colas is up first. He's kind of he's gonna first reach over and pick up his dagger and hold it up, and he's going to look to you.
I'm just gonna kind of nod at him, like, okay, you know what? We're going in. Maribel has decided.
Maribel's been sneaking.
Up to no good as usual, that kid. Well, we'll stand by her, I guess.
He'll look at Rutley, the one who had come up and is right kind of near you.
Mm-hmm.
Will just start slinging insults at him, making fun of, his clothing, how ugly it is, how his tailor must be embarrassed to know him, even though this guy certainly never has had a tailor. He's going to cast Vicious Mockery.
Get his ass.
Who fails his save, so he takes 1d4 psychic damage.
Psychic damage, my goodness.
So he takes 3 psychic damage.
Okay.
And he will have disadvantage on his next attack. Next up is the guy that was holding the crossbow, is going to pull out a scimitar and swing it down at Maribel.
Uh-oh. Maribel, please.
That's pretty bad. It's a 9. So Maribel just kind of rolls out of the way and is able to dodge it. Next is Rutley, who had come over and just took the psychic damage. He is going to take a swing at you, but he has disadvantage.
Okay.
The better roll was a 17, which would have hit, but then he also rolled a nat 1.
Ooh.
Which is quite not good. He swings his scimitar at you, and you're able to kind of like put the trident up to block it. Or actually, no, you don't have your trident yet. You haven't picked
it's on the
it
ground.
up, have you?
Nope.
Okay. Instead, he swings it, and you just kind of put a hand up to grab it.
Ugh.
And you are able to kind of wrestle it from his grip. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
If you get above a 15, you can hold on to it. Otherwise, it just kind of like flies out of both your hands.
16.
16. Yeah, you're able to just kind of grab it from him, and now you are holding the scimitar.
Oh, okay.
Last up is the third guy that we haven't talked about at all, but he is there. He is just gonna try to like, he's gonna kind of look at you, see the little rogue who just sliced his friend, and just try to kind of like grab her to like and like hold a sword up to her. So he's gonna try to grapple her.
Okay.
Just barely by the skin of her teeth. So he goes to kind of grapple her, and she's able to do another roll around, looking quite panicked, but still in it. You are up.
All right, that a girl. So I want to go after the guy with the crossbow.
Okay.
So I currently I want to grab my trident off the ground.
Okay.
Hopefully it won't take too long. I don't know how far away I am from it. Probably just right by my feet.
Yeah, the trident would have been by your feet.
Okay, perfect.
So yeah, I'll say you can pick that up. We'll say that's like your bonus action. Okay. To go and pick it up.
Trident is picked up. I want to sprint as fast as I possibly can towards the guy with the crossbow. I kind of want to swing at him. I'm mad now.
Yeah. So normally you would have to take an attack of opportunity, like if you run out of a space, because Rutley like had attacked you, who's within 5 feet. If you move out of 5 feet, he gets a free attack on you.
Okay.
But Rutley doesn't have a weapon because you stole it from him.
Nerd.
So, he kind of like goes to grab you, but is unable to do anything quick enough as he's been disarmed and embarrassed. But yeah, you can attack the guy holding the crossbow.
Perfect. So I want to do a two-handed trident swing. Let's see. That normal roll. 17.
17 will hit.
Perfect. And then that is 1d8 plus 3 piercing damage. Okay. So I'm going to hit that. So that's 7. I know, I'm not rolling great.
Well, that's all right. And with the damage that Maribel had done, because she had a sneak attack, which did some extra, you kind of run up. He like looks at you as you're running towards him, like, what is this girl got? And then poof, you just impale him, and he's like, oh, and he falls down to the ground. Doesn't seem dead, but if goes untreated, will be.
Gotcha.
But he seems to be knocked out.
All right, one down. I want to high five Maribel, but I know it's probably not the time. But I look at her like I want to high five her.
Got it. She kind of like looks at you like, whoa, as you like stand over, like breathing heavy, looking down. Like she is, you've gotten into some scrapes before and scared off monsters and things like that, but she probably has not seen you just like sprint up and impale a person before.
Yeah, that's new behavior.
When stranded on an island.
Again, I'm going to keep saying it's been a weird day.
Yeah. She is up. She will attack the guy who just tried to grab her, who's kind of right next to you right now as well. But unfortunately, she swings and he's able to like block it with his scimitar. Colas, our weak boy Colas, will just do vicious mockery again.
It's what he's got.
It's just gonna keep insulting the guy in front of him, especially to give him disadvantage. Oh, I guess he doesn't. So he's gonna look to Rutley and be like, "A pirate without a sword? Even I have a sword, and I'm not a real." And he kind of looks at you. Even I got a sword.
Her eye twitches just a little bit.
Rutley will need to make a. Rutley fails, and another D4 of psychic damage. 2. Cool. Erland is down. Rutley is kind of standing by Colas with no weapon. So yeah, he's just gonna try to grab Colas and like, slam him or something, because the Colas certainly is smaller than him.
No.
But at disadvantage again, another natural 1 from Rutley, because he had disadvantage from the vicious mockery. Rutley kind of runs at Colas to grab him, but Colas just dodges around, and we're gonna say Rutley, who is bending kind of low to grab the halfling, to be down at his center of gravity, has his head low, isn't really paying attention, and just runs into a palm tree. And will take 4 points of bludgeoning damage. And he kind of falls down to the ground like, ow, ow. The one who grabbed or tried to grab will look at you. It's a rough situation for these guys.
Come at me, you bastard.
Roll a D20.
D20? Okay.
Yeah.
11.
Okay, that'll be enough. He'll look between the two of you, and with an 11, he'll be like, and he'll swing a sword at you. That is a 15.
Okay, that hits.
Okay. For 6 points of slashing damage.
Whew. Where did it hit? Did I get a cool face scar yet?
I imagine this is like kind of across your arm.
Okay.
If you'd like to try to move your face into it.
No, I'd rather not.
Seems inadvisable, but
I have always wanted a cool scar though, or maybe an eye patch. So, but today's not the day.
You are up.
Well, now if you hit my arm, you've cut another hole in my clothing. It was already not looking great, but maybe Taylor could have fixed this one. So now I'm even more pissed off. God damn it! All right, got that trident again. So I keep pulling that out. It's all I got right now. Besides, I guess I have the other guy's sword too, but
yeah,
I don't really know how to use it. This trident looks way
cooler.
cooler.
You're more comfortable with the trident, yeah.
Yeah, it's all I know, besides my club. Just barbarian things.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to keep slicing people with the trident. It's all I got.
All right.
Does a 24 hit?
And then some, yes.
Perfect. So I'm going to roll my D8, and let's see. So I rolled a 2, plus 3 is 5. That is 5 damage.
Okay.
I'm screaming while I do it.
So yeah. Why don't you make an intimidation roll?
22.
With you screaming, he kind of looks over, he sees the crossbow guy kind of bleeding out. He looks past and sees Rutley just hitting a tree. And you definitely see panic in his eyes. He seems like he doesn't know exactly what to do here.
Perfect. And he gets stabbed. Dun, dun.
Yeah. And as he kind of looks around trying to survey the situation, he just drops his sword and puts his hands up. Very, very, very good fight from you. Please don't kill us.
Stop talking. Who are you guys? Cool pirate voice.
roll a performance check.
Her voice just changes.
Yeah.
Trying very, very hard to be to go from, oh my gosh, I'm so scared, to who are you fuckers? Performance check 13.
It's an okay pirate voice. You've practiced better, in your chambers. I imagine before bed every night, you'll look in the mirror and be practicing your best pirate voice. It's not fully there, but it's decent.
It's decent. Okay. Perfect. I just wanted to feel a little bit nervous.
Sailors aboard the Broken Horn under Captain Valtteri, the greatest pirate captain on this side of the Imian Sea.
If he's the greatest, then why haven't we heard of him?
Well, maybe you should look into your history books. She's quite famous. I mean, she will be, I guess. I don't know anything about history books, but she should be famous.
Well, you know what? I don't read either. I don't have time. I'm too busy being the best pirate on this entire ocean.
He kind of like looks you up and down. And like there seemed to be a moment of recognition. Are you Captain Nasinia?
This always happens every time. It's Finnea. Salty. Corrects herself. Salty. It's Captain Salty.
Oh, I've never heard of anyone named Finnea or Captain Salty.
You're as dumb as you look.
For someone else.
Anyway, I'm going to point my trident at him. Give me... do you guys have any cool treasure or anything? Cracking up.
No, of course I don't have any treasure.
How long have you guys been here for?
He kind of like looks at you. Well, this is our island. We come here doing jobs and to store stuff. How long have you been here? Why are you trying to invade our island?
Wouldn't you like to know? Where's the bird? Don't play dumb.
Roll an intimidation check.
Don't play dumb with me.
Where's the bird? And like,
19.
19. He's in the Cove.
The Cove.
Captain Valtteri wants to sell him to some traders who are interested in having Aarakocra.
You're going to sell my best friend?
Oh, or pirates.
I felt bad for stabbing you guys before, but my goodness. Take me to this cove.
You want us to lead you to the Cove?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of looks around, looks at Rutley. Oh, okay.
Rutley, who's like on the ground.
Lead there, yeah. Right. You can see like a bump growing on his head as he kind of gets up. Colas says, should we tie them up or something, Captain?
The guy over there, the bumbling idiot. I think he should be tied to a tree. As for your injured friend over there, I think we might have to heal him. I don't want anyone to die under my watch. But I am a pirate. I don't want anyone to die.
Okay, so you want Rutley tied to the tree that he's kind of sitting by.
Yeah.
And the one you're talking to, like maybe bound hands or just free to... Okay.
We'll be smart. We'll bind his hands. And then the other really injured guy, I think maybe we'll have our little bard friend do a little bard magic so he doesn't totally die.
All right. So I'll say there are 3 checks to be made here, and
Okay.
each of your people, you and each of your people can make one of them. So there's doing a medicine check to heal the guy on the ground,
Okay.
which you can have someone do. There's tying Rutley to the tree, and then there's binding the third man's hand.
Okay. Let's see. I'll have Finn bind the guy's hands. Will that just be a dexterity thing?
I'll say sleight of hand. It seems like tying stuff.
Sure.
You know,
All right.
getting a good knot.
I'll give it a shot. 13.
Yeah, you're able to bind them. Seems tight enough.
It's fine, probably.
Yeah.
This will not backfire at all.
Nothing for concern. Yeah.
Nope, this is fine. Colas can do medicine?
Okay. I'll make the roll. He actually is proficient in medicine. So perfect.
Yay.
A 20 total. 20 total. So yeah, he kind of goes over. He doesn't like use a healing spell on the guy, but he does, dress the wound, make sure to put some like herbs on it. I know you don't know much about medicine.
Yep, nothing.
But we'll put the herbs on it to make sure there's no infection and the bleeding stops. And yeah, the guy seems still knocked out cold.
Right.
But seems stable.
Okay.
And like he won't bleed out. And then you want Maribel to tie the guy to the tree?
Yeah. I was going to be kind of funny, so.
Yeah.
I think the assumption here would be that once our other friend, like once the guy on the ground actually wakes up, he can go free his friend, and we'll hopefully be long gone by then. So we'll let them do that.
I need you to make a perception check.
Okay. Uh-oh. Perception, normal roll, 9.
Yeah. You look around, everything seems fine. The man seems stable. You get the good tie, and Maribel seems to have secured Rutley to the tree.
Okay. Well, nothing else seems suspicious here. Let's go to the cove.
All right.
Let's go to the cove.
you, Colas, and Maribel all start following behind the pirated man.
All right. No funny business here. We're trusting you. For some reason.
Yes. Lady, dear friend, I'm sure you'll be able to speak with the captain and bring an understanding to all this.
Yeah. Captain to captain.
Yeah, you continue along. As you walk, Maribel kind of comes over. Captain, I'm sorry for getting us in the fight. I just thought it was a good opportunity. I was hiding out, and I don't know. It was a distraction that I thought we needed, but I didn't know that that's not what you wanted to do.
I'm gonna give her a little pat in the head. It's all right, kid. I mean, things worked out, I think. I think they're working out pretty well so far. Kind of glancing around like, I don't really know about this. But I want to at least try to put her at ease. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. Sometimes a little stabbing's necessary, but just a little bit, okay? Just a little bit of stabbing. Please keep this in mind for next time.
Roll a persuasion check.
20.
Nice, yeah. I mean, in general, you know, where you grew up in not necessarily in the high courts, right, of elven society, because you were a little shunned as a half-elf, but you still, you know, grew up in nice housing, nice places to live, relative safety. You never went to bed hungry, right? You have lived a much softer life than Maribel has. And you've kind of, since she's joined the crew, despite it, you know, her becoming a pirate, I imagine you've done a lot to try to soften her some, and soften some of the, you know, more, the tendencies she probably had to have to, you know, survive living on the dangerous streets. And this seems to be definitely a moment of her like nodding. You're right.
It's good to be soft sometimes, I think.
Yeah, it definitely seems, you know, one step closer towards not becoming, you know, someone who has no issue with hurting others, which I imagine is one of maybe not a goal Finnea thinks about deeply, but exists within, like, I want to be scary, but in the fun way, right?
Yeah, like a very like bombastic kind of like, who's that spicy person over there kind of way. Yeah, I just want to wrap my arm around Maribel and be like, we're going to make you less feral someday. And keep walking along merrily.
And this moment definitely seems to be something that as Maribel looks at you, you can tell she is taken seriously, and you hope it'll be a thing she looks back on to help guide her in the future.
Aw, love that kid.
As you're going ahead, the guy leading you, whose name is Beam, he goes by Beam.
Beam?
He tells you this a bunch of times. My name's Beam. Just so you know, it seems like he's almost trying to humanize himself to you, which actually might be the perfect strategy to this specific crew. He is talking. Roll an intelligence check.
Oh boy.
Your best.
8.
Okay. Yeah, he's just talking the whole time, you know, about himself, about like how the day's gone. It seems like he just keeps talking. He doesn't really stop moving his mouth. And he's like, just a little bit further this way. And it'll just keep going, you know, it'll be fine. We'll get in. We just got to walk past this tree. It's just constant talking.
Hey, do either of you guys think Bean up there is kind of acting weird?
Colas was like, I mean, he's talking a lot. I get it, you know. And you think back to many days where you can get Colas to shut up. He very much likes the sound of his own voice.
Do you think he's a bard too?
He may be. His voice doesn't sound as sweet as mine, but, you know, there's different types of bards. And Maribel will cut in. I think he's trying to make noise so his crew hears him.
I think Maribel might actually have a point this time. Okay. What do you think we should do then? Do you think he'll shut up if we ask him to, or do you think he'll just start screaming?
Maybe if you scare him enough. You were pretty scary back there. Maybe you could threaten him?
I don't know if I can do that again, but I can try. I'm less covered in blood than I was, so...
Maribel, whose knife still has a little blood from the person she cut, is like, I can wipe some of this on your clothes if you want.
Yeah, let's go with that.
She, you want some on your cheek or,
Maybe just a little bit more on my shirt.
Just the clothes. Yeah. She wipes the dull side of her knife to get a little more blood on your shirt to make you slightly more imposing.
Perfect. Do I look tall enough?
Yeah, you just straighten your back. Yeah.
Okay. Walk up to him. Just walk a little bit faster and walk up next to him. Excuse me, could you shut up?
Roll intimidation.
21.
Okay. As you say this in a not very intimidating way, we'll say like you kind of walk up in front of him and put your like trident down in the ground, like, please, can you shut up? And it's right in front of his foot, and he just trips over it and slams down on the ground and gets like a mouth full of dirt. And he like turns up to you and sees you towering over him. At this point, looking a little menacingly as you look down, all 6 feet, 6'2" or whatever, however tall you are, mostly pushed up by your boots, but he can't tell.
No.
And he, as you say this, he just like, yeah, I can shut up. And he spits out a bunch of dirt from his mouth and gets up and continues walking, but is quiet now.
Okay. All right. Walk up to my friends. Crisis averted, I think. Do you think we're good, guys? Do you think he's going to take us to where he needs to go?
Coles kind of looks, I'll have him. Yeah, I mean, I've certainly told and read enough stories about pirates to know that, if he's taking us somewhere, there's high likelihood that it's a trap.
I think I'm going to send the cat out to go look around again to see if she can see anything else. Or he.
All right. Yeah. Roll a d20 and add 3.
Okay. All right. Got 17 plus 3 is 20.
20.
Yeah, just asking the cat to look for dangers ahead to see if there's anything. All right. Hiss if there's something scary.
Yeah. So Scrumpy flies out, is gone for a little while. As Scrumpy flies out, you see Beam kind of looks very curiously at this flying cat.
What are you looking at? It's just a cat. It's just a cat. Bean.
Just a cat.
If that's even your real
And yeah.
He's calling him Bean.
Beam is a very normal name,
Yeah, whatever,
You
Bean.
don't know this for pirates.
Whatever, Bean.
I'm not small.
Small Bean.
I'm not. It's Beam. There's an M. I'm not small. But yeah, your cat flies off and flies back and can't really depart a lot of information to you. Mm-hmm. You said hiss if there's anything scary.
Yeah.
Gives a hiss for sure.
All right, Bean. My cat told me that there's something ahead that is not good. Where are you taking us?
You said to take you to the cove.
Are we going towards the cove?
Yes.
Or are you going towards a trap? Is the cove a trap, Bean?
No. You can roll an insight check on him if you'd like.
I would like to. 1.
1?
Yeah, not 1.
Hard to read. Doesn't seem like he seems to think that it'd be a trap.
Great. Well, I think I just want to motion to my crew to kind of draw our weapons just in case as we get closer.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess we'll just keep following just because, can't really read this guy, but what other options do we have, honestly?
Yeah. You continue along and eventually, you break out a bit of this jungly area. It's back to things being a little bit sparse. And you seem to be kind of on the far end of the island, the opposite end of where you started. You can see beach ahead, and kind of in the water a bit, you see what looks to be a ship, a little bit bigger than what yours was, but not super massive. You see at the top of it is a black flag floating in the wind, kind of bobbing up and down with a skull and crossbone on it.
A little cliche.
You see on the skull is also one horn poking up and then a second horn that is like broken halfway through.
Interesting.
Make a perception check.
Uh-oh. 6.
6.
Fucking
Yeah.
hell.
That's what you see.
That's it.
That's what you see.
Say, Bean, how big is your crew?
Well, there's about 30 of us.
30?
You can roll an insight check.
10.
There might be 30, yeah.
Might be. On a ship that size?
Yeah, why don't you, roll, we'll say a history check.
Uh-oh. 3.
3. As someone who has chronically undercrewed her own ship, you really have no idea like how many people should belong to any size ship.
Well, our ship was bigger actually, and we were 40 strong. So
roll a deception check.
8.
8. Okay, so he has to roll against it. He kind of gives you a look. Where's the rest of your crew now?
And that's what we're trying to find out. And you're going to help us, Bean.
My name's Beam.
Now take us to the bird.
He'll continue along, and you see you're walking along the beach, and you've kind of been to the edge of this, cliffy, rocky hill sort of thing. The whole time. It seems like there hasn't been a great spot to climb up. Like you could try to climb up the rocks themselves, but there's no path. So it seems like he's been leading you to some other entrance, perhaps. And yeah, he comes around to like the beach side of things. And as you move forward, you can see like some vines and things hanging down, kind of blocking off. Not when you're super close. It's easy enough to see when you're this close. But, from a distance, it'd be harder to see. You can see it's kind of covering what looks to be a cave mouth.
We have to go in there?
He said bring you to the cove, so yes.
Do you think you guys could bring the bird out of the cove? I'm not claustrophobic or anything like that, but if I was, I would say we shouldn't go in there. Since, you guys have your whole crew and everything, and it could be dark in there. And, bring the bird out.
Yes, I can go in and get your bird.
No funny business, Bean. I'm on to you.
He'll kind of look at you and I'll be back soon. And he walks into the cove, out of your vision.
I don't think we trust this guy very much, but can I take this time to maybe try to heal a little bit while we're waiting?
Yeah, this could be like a mini little rest here,
Yeah. Because I'm only at 24 hit points out of 33, so I guess I can try to...
Yeah, you can roll a D12. So this will be a little short rest. You can roll up to 4 of them if you'd like.
D12.
But just start with one at a time.
All right, so first one 4, then a 2, and then a 12, and then a 9.
Okay, so I'd say if you want to be... So the 4, 2, and 12 would get you back to full.
Yeah.
And then you can save the 4th one because you don't really need it.
That's fair.
So you used up 3 of your hit die. You have 1 left if you take a short rest at another point. But yeah, you are back to full.
Oof. All right, just in case. Make sure the rest of the crew's patching themselves up too.
Yeah. They're looking good.
All right. You guys, you got to be ready for anything. You don't know what this Bean guy is trying to pull. And I don't even think that's his real name. So, 30. It's a lot of guys.
As you stand there kind of waiting outside, time passes for a little while. It seems like maybe it is a little deep inside of this cove, and he is taking a little bit longer than what maybe you would have hoped, but that also gave you the chance to heal up a fair bit.
Yeah.
Which has its benefits. And after a little while, as you kind of stand there waiting, you see figures starting to move towards you out through the cove.
How many?
Roll a perception check.
12.
It seems to be 6 figures.
6. Okay. That's more than we have. Shit.
It is, yeah.
I know that much. I'm not smart.
As they move closer, in the back, you see what looks to be 2 half-orcs standing to either side of a cage that they seem to be carrying. It's still a little dark back there, so you can't see the exact form in the cage, but it does look fairly humanoid bird-like.
It's very specific. It's a very specific shape, so
Yeah.
it can only mean one thing.
Most humans don't have wings, so
Or
yeah.
feathers, for the most part.
Yeah, most. So that would make up 3 of the figures. Then you see leading the pack is a tiefling woman. You see a thin tail kind of swinging out from behind her and 2 horns upon her head. One full length that goes straight up and the other cut about halfway through, seemingly matching the pirate flag you had seen. Standing next to her is Beam. And then on the other side of her looks to be a Goliath man. So just standing like about 8 feet tall. Probably the first person here you've seen that's taller than you.
Oh, man.
I mean, taller than you with your boots on. Just standing next to the tiefling woman.
Okay, there's a lot going on here. What are we supposed to do here? Kind of look around my crewmates a little bit nervously. How are they taking all this?
Maribel is very much in a, like, you know, scared cat position, you know, like dagger out, hair, like kind of back arched in a way, like ready just for anything, ready to fight, ready to attack, seeing this many people kind of come out. Colas seems to just be kind of like looking at you for any sort of direction or lead. The 6 figures continue out of the cove a little bit closer to you. You see the 2 half-orcs set down the cage, and at this point you can see kind of leaning against it the multicolored feathers of Bastian as he just stands there, looking a little cramped in there. I mean, you know, bird humanoids are pretty big, right? Like, you know, so Bastian is like taller than you, not with your boots.
Gotcha.
Like Bastian's pretty tall, but you I imagine like when you first met Bastian, your boots were like 1 inch shorter than him,
right.
But then you got them like redone afterwards.
Well, you can't have him be taller. He's like he's a co-captain.
He's the first man.
Yeah,
exactly. He seems a little cramped in there.
Oh.
And yeah, you see the other figures come forward. The tiefling woman, who you've heard referred to a few times by Beam before, or you assume this is her.
Yeah.
Wearing, you know, between her horns, wearing a hat to rival yours, not with the gold trim, but with a massive feather that like kind of goes up about a foot.
Wow.
Steps forward.
Is it one of Bastian's feathers?
No, it is not.
Good, I'll kill her.
It does seem to be an Aarakocra feather, though.
His cousins.
So, who do you think you are?
Well, I don't want to even look at her at all. I don't have time for this. There's Bastian. I gotta sprint towards him.
So you're just sprinting towards?
Yep, just like an idiot, just going.
Okay. Yeah, you start moving forward, and you know, standing in front of Bastian is the captain, Beam, who you see is very much not tied up anymore.
Yeah, I figured.
And the Goliath.
Yeah.
The Goliath, as you start sprinting up, kind of like sidesteps to try to be in front of you.
Man.
And Valtteri kind of puts a hand up. Oh, wait. There'll be plenty of time for you to run around. Who are you?
Better question is, who are you?
I'm Captain Valtteri.
Is that supposed to mean something to me?
If you know anything about piracy, it should.
I'm an expert at piracy.
Yes, that's what Beam has been telling me, but it's silly. I haven't heard of you once. What ship did you sail on?
Well, we come from the Effervescent, actually. You've probably heard of us.
Can't say I have.
Anyway, it's not important right now. What's important is, that's Bastian. Get him out of there.
Why?
Why not?
Oh, because I'll make a lot of money from selling him.
You're doing this for money? That's so lame.
We're pirates, dear.
And so are we, but you don't see us stealing other people's bird friends.
Well, I also don't see you having a ship, so doesn't sound like much of a pirate to me.
I'm getting fucking mad. I don't want to pick a fight right now. How can I convince you to let my friend out of here? I don't have a lot of money on me right now because of circumstances. But I also just can't leave him here, so...
Oh, what do you have to offer?
I'm digging through my backpack, just like, shit.
You see a Beam kind of like lean over and whisper something, and you see her eyes kind of go big, and she takes a look at you and then a look at the cat on your shoulder.
Hey.
And you see kind of her eyes like narrow in.
What are you doing?
We could make a trade.
A trade?
I give you your friend Bastian, and give me that little creature on your shoulder.
It's just a cat. Why would you want a cat?
Because I do. Roll an insight check.
Lady kinda sus. 12.
It definitely seems like she is taking some deep interest in Scrumpy. Yeah, I mean, you've never seen a flying cat before. As much as you like to ignore and just say it's just a cat, there is a certain rareness to it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't necessarily know the extent of it, but it does seem special.
Okay. Just a little gray cat. I mean, that's also my friend. You can't have a friend in exchange for my friend. You're being ridiculous. Irrational, even. I thought pirates were supposed to be rational. Level-headed.
I'm offering a simple trade, and
Look back at my crew for some guidance here, because I don't really know how to act at this point.
yeah, as you look, it's still pretty much the same. Of Colas, kind of like big eyes, like I don't know, and Maribel like ready to attack on a moment's notice.
Gotcha. What is the cage made out of?
Largely seems to be wood.
Okay. I have a tinderbox and a torch. I could pull this off, but it could also go very, very, very poorly.
Like burning Bastian alive.
Yeah, I'd rather not do that, but I want to figure out a way to maybe break some of those bars down. But I want to walk back to my crew real quick and kind of discuss with them. Hold on for just a moment, please. We want to discuss the trade with my friends over here, if that's okay.
Take your time. Take your time. She kind of gives a half smile.
I'm going to walk back to my friends real quick.
The sickening kind of smile.
Don't like your face. Anyway.
So you walk back, you get a little huddle.
Yeah, little huddle going on. All right, guys. So there's no way we're trading anyone for anyone else. Of course, you already figured that one out. But you see that cage over there? It's wooden, right? It's pretty easy to break, I think. So if we can just cause a bit of a ruckus, a bit of a distraction for a few seconds, maybe give me a small opening to open up that cage, we could get away with 2 of our flying friends. What are your thoughts?
Colas kind of looks around and nods. Well, we don't really have any way off this island unless someone comes. It kind of like gives a little look back to the ship that is there that seems to belong to this crew. That's kind of the only way off, and we can either go as prisoners of theirs, which doesn't sound great. I've never loved the idea of being a prisoner.
Me neither.
Or we can somehow get there and leave them behind.
I suppose you're right. I don't know how to captain a ship of that size. I talked a lot of crap earlier, but I don't really know what to do here.
Colas will kind of like look at you and like look over at Bastian. If we have Bastian, we'll be fine. I'm sure you and Bastian can figure it out between the two of you. You know, the reality of it is the captaining you've done has mostly been giving some orders and doing some work, and then Bastian being like, well, okay, these are the things we actually need to accomplish, in a kind way. You get the sense Bastian knows a little bit more about sailing a ship and might be able to help. Granted, certainly you would be undercrewed, right, on a ship that's bigger than your old one. But obviously, when the options are that or a raft made out of trees, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, that wouldn't work.
It is probably your best option of trying to get out.
This ship, this is it. So how do we even go about freeing Bastian, getting on the ship without them noticing? I mean, do we just Do we try to befriend them first? Do you think they want to be friends with us? I already insulted the captain a couple times by accident, but...
Maribel kind of gives you a look.
What is it, Maribel?
It's tough with these sorts of things and dealing with, not so great people. They kind of want what they want, and that seems to be money. So if you have something to offer them, then, you might be able to trick them or befriend them for a bit, but you need something good, and you don't want to lose. I mean, obviously, we don't all want to be in cages.
Yeah.
Because that would make it hard. I don't know that they'll ever want to actually be friends with us in the long term, I guess. She kind of looks down at her hands, which have a few scars from getting probably in fights with others. Some people just don't want to be your friend. At least not for the long term. Maybe you can trick for a little while though.
Oh, Maribel, always a pessimist. Okay, so maybe we could pretend to be friends for a little bit. We could trade them Scrumpy, who, as you guys know, is very hard to contain. It's really hard to capture a cat in the first place. She's kind of fast, kind of up to no good. So I doubt they'll be able to contain Scrumpy for very long. Plus, I don't know. What are they going to do? Hurt Scrumpy? I doubt it. She's apparently valuable, though she's just a cat. So I say we pretend to give them Scrumpy. We free Bastian. We act like we're all on good terms. We free Scrumpy. We take their ship when we leave. Also, no one dies?
Maribel gives a look at the no one dies part and is like,
Maribel?
We can try our best.
Sounds perfect. All right, look over at Scrumpy. Scrumpy, this isn't permanent. You're going to have to go and pretend that you're captured.
Yeah. Gives a very concerned look. Roll, we'll say animal handling. I'll give you advantage because of how close you and Scrumpy have become.
Scrumpy cannot be contained. It's fine. Everything's fine. All right. Let's see. So 17.
Scrumpy in general seems to have a lot of faith and trust in you. Mm. And while this does seem like a nerve-wracking choice, Scrumpy gives a little nod.
See, Scrumpy, we trust you. You're better at escaping than Bastian is. You're a slippery little guy. Meow. And you know this, and I love you. So, you ready to go act like you're useless and like you can be contained?
Yeah. Scrumpy kind of gives a little nod and rolls on his back and, plays slightly dead.
This little guy, absolutely pathetic. Let's do it. And break.
All right. Okay. So you go over.
Mm.
Yeah. So Captain Valtteri kind of gives a look. So, are you ready to make the trade?
We've talked about this quite a bit, and we've decided that our crewmate is more important than some silly little animal. So, you take our cat, and we'll take our bird, and then we do have, we would like to have a drink with you guys.
Roll a persuasion check.
18.
She smiles and nods. All right, well, give us the cat, and then we'll free the bird.
All right, I'll hand over Scrumpy. But wait, Scrumpy in hands. Free the bird first.
She kind of looks at you, and I'll say, with that 18, she'll kind of look you over and think it over, and nod to one of the half-orcs who will open the container. She does have also hands on Scrumpy as it gets open, but you do too,
Yeah.
But yeah, one of the half-orcs opens up the door to it.
Is Bastian, is he conscious?
He seems up. He seems a little out of it, but, he kind of steps forward. And you can kind of feel a gentle tug from Valtteri on Scrumpy as the door is opened.
Okay, so for now, I'm going to hand Scrumpy over very gently, and sprint over and pull Bastian out of there so they can't capture him again.
Okay. Yeah. You run and grab Bastian. She whistles and you see one of the half-orcs run back in and then run out with a much smaller cage with wood closer together, harder to see inside of than Bastian's cage, and puts in Scrumpy and locks it. You kind of run over to Bastian, grab him. He puts a wing around you as you move him out and kind of carry him away. It came from me, Captain.
Of course. What else is gonna do? We're stuck here on this island, nothing better to do, so we may as well capture our crew. And all it took was Scrumpy. I was hoping you'd have a plan as to what to do now.
I mean, they're not going to let us go. They know we have no other way out of here.
Are you sure about that?
This is how most pirates are. I know you have done a lot to do things differently. Do things better. Hopefully more do it like you and us. But some are stuck to the old ways.
So we might have to play their game in order to get our friend back, but... Let's see, do I still have the extra sword I stole from the other pirate earlier?
Yep.
Perfect. I'm going to pass this to him kind of secretly. Hopefully they won't see I'm giving the bird a weapon.
Yeah, you kind of... roll a sleight of hand check.
Perfect. Oh, shit, it's only a 6.
Okay. It does fumble a bit and, like, bump against your trident, so there is a pretty audible, like, ding, 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 ding. But you are able to kind of hand it to him, and he kind of just tries to, like, store it as best he can, like, in hiding it in his feathers a little bit.
So he's got a lot of feathers. Like, he could probably hide
he's got
that.
some plumage. Yeah.
It's probably okay. Like, just in case things get messy. So, our original plan was to kind of be friendly with them for a little bit, see if we can get them drunk, maybe snag Scrumpy back while they're drunk and take the ship and go. But I don't know if that's going to work very well. I don't know anything, Bastian. I'm nothing without you.
Well, we're all back together now.
There's that. Okay, so just go along with me, okay? So, how about that drink? I have like a bottle of mead in my backpack.
I would say, would Finnea have a bottle of mead in her pack?
Absolutely, she would. I know it's
Okay.
an explorer's pack, but I feel like it's something that she would carry around just in case.
Yeah, that you've probably had in there since you left, and you're like, this seems like something a pirate would carry around.
Yeah, it's a very expensive bottle of mead, of course.
Valtteri kind of gives you a look and a smile. Well, captain to captain, I must say, what is your plan, darling?
My plan? Well, if I'm being honest, I'm not sure. I just want to have a nice drink with you guys and maybe get to know you a little bit. You know, we're all here together. We're all just kind of hanging out, pirate to pirate, captain to captain. And I was hoping to hear a little bit more about you guys. Like, what happened to your horn? I pour her a glass of mead.
Yeah. So, yeah, I assume you have, like, a bottle of mead and then just, like, one cup that you carried with you all the time, like, in your pack.
Yeah, it's a little bit salty for being in the ocean, but
Got it. Yeah.
it's fine.
Roll a persuasion check.
Persuasion. 7.
7.
I suck.
She smiles. We've scouted a bit today, and it doesn't seem like there are any other ships on the island. You're stuck here. And we've played the song and dance a bit, as I wanted to make sure that a little friend, and she pats the cage, didn't fly away scared. But you are out of options, Captain. We will be sailing, and yes, we will be taking your Aarakocra back. We can take the others, and you, and you'll all be back to your lives and be back safe, assuming that whatever ransoms need to be paid are paid. So there are a few ways we can do this. We can do this the easy way, where you have a drink and you let us manacle you, and you go aboard our ship. Or we can do this the harder way.
Well, our crew's never really done things the easy way in the first place, so I'm gonna whip out my trident. Fuck this.
All right.
I tried to play nice. I tried to play the game. It's not going very well. And you kind of suck, lady.
Yeah. All right. Roll for initiative.
Pirate time. Uh-oh, it's a 4.
Oh my gosh. It's so bad. Oh no.
Why does this keep happening every time?
I don't know.
I'm cursed.
All right.
My boots are slowing me down.
Some things to roll. All right.
Yeah, I'll give you a minute.
First. A nat 20 for Colas. Colas has been killing it with these rolls.
What the fuck, Colas?
It's a quick little bard boy.
He is pretty small.
But Maribel has not been killing it. She got another nat 1 for hers.
Oh my god, what's going on?
And Bastian got a nat 20 on his.
Ooh.
So he'll actually go first. Okay, so we have the full initiative. You rolled the 4, so you are pretty late in it.
Yeah.
But some of your allies rolled all right. To start, we have Bastian, who just slides the sword out from his wing.
Very cool.
And kind of flaps forward and is going to... I'd say who he's closest to is one of the half-orcs.
Okay.
So he is going to kind of swing out at one of the half-orcs. That's a 19, so he hits pretty well.
Good.
And does 7 points of damage to one of the half-orcs.
That's pretty good for a bird who was just in a cage.
Yeah, he kind of flies forward and slashes. That'll be his turn. Colas is going to look to you with his bonus action, is going to use a bardic inspiration.
Oh.
And just be like, is just going to look to you and say, Salty, you've got this.
He said the thing. He called me the thing.
So you have bardic inspiration. So on a roll, you can add a d6. So let's say you roll poorly, you can roll another d6 to add that to it. Which could be useful.
Nice.
So that'll be his bonus action, and then he is going to throw a dagger at the other half-orc.
All right, going for the orcs. You guys, go for the captain first.
They seem... Colas at least... Bastian did it because it was the closest.
Yeah.
Colas seems a little afraid of the captain.
That's fair. I respect that.
Just
give him a slightly disappointed look.
Colas throws his dagger, and it is 17, which will hit.
Woof.
For 4 damage. You're kind of looking out to see where everything is and where everyone is, trying to make your decision for the move, and then you hear the sound of an arrow being pulled back from somewhere you can't see and being unleashed. Does a 14 hit?
It does.
You take 4 points of piercing damage.
Oof.
And you see kind of hiding in like a little bush in the rocks in the cove, looks to be a half-elf that you did not see when all these people came out in the first place.
Sneaky bastards.
Yeah.
Oof.
Next up is the half-orc who's fighting with Bastian. He's going to swing. That is a 10. The half-orc swings a big club, and Bastian just kind of spins around with his feathers in a flourish and dodges the hit. Next up is the Goliath, who is going to run up towards you.
Uh-oh.
You see this big Goliath. He's kind of looking around, and Valtteri points to you and says, Farley, take her out. And Farley comes running up to you, big hammer in tow, and is going to take a swing.
Farley.
That is a 15 to hit.
That hits.
And you take 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh. All right, it is not looking good.
Yeah. Beam, you do see, has a little dagger now, and he is going to run over to Bastian and take a hit.
Bastian.
Which is a 7, so he misses.
Man, Bastian's getting lucky.
Beam slashes at Bastian, yeah. And then the other half-orc is up. He is going to... So many. The other half-orc is going to run over... Who got hit with the knife is going to run over to Colas. 7, so gonna miss.
Wow.
Yeah, you're the only one getting beat up really bad so far. Yeah, gonna go over, take a swing at Colas and miss. And finally, we're up to Finnea. You are up now.
Okay, in Battle, you found ferocity. On your turn, you enter rage as a bonus action. I will do that. Now I'm furious. I'm entering a rage.
You take a big hit. You see your friends in trouble. Your cat in a cage. You can't let it go anymore. You have to unleash what fury you have. So now you are raging.
So in rage, I'm going to go right for the captain. Honestly, this bitch is kind of ruining my day.
You run by. He's gonna get an attack on you. 2 plus something. 2 plus, unless it's like plus 15 won't hit you. So yeah, 2 plus 4, so 6. So he misses.
Loser.
You kind of run by, dodge out, and just eyes only for the captain.
This is all her fault.
Yeah. All right, so you are taking your attack on Valtteri. Also a reminder, you have something called Reckless Attack, which means that you get to roll at advantage, but enemies get to roll on advantage against you. So it's kind of a risk-reward sort of thing.
I'm just going to go for it. Reckless Attack everything. Let's go.
Reckless Attack, let's go.
All right. So Trident, advantage.
Yep.
All right. It's meant 22.
22 will definitely hit.
Okay.
So roll your D8 and then plus 5.
So 3 plus 5, that's 8. It's pretty good, I think.
8. That's solid.
All right, so go straight for the neck. Let's go. Oh, hit the neck, but that's what I'm aiming for.
Yeah, you aim for the neck. It kind of hits her shoulder as she like tries to move out of the way, but it definitely like gets a big slash on her that she wasn't expecting it to be this dangerous. Cool. Maribel is up. She is going to kind of look at the danger, eye it all up, and follow your lead.
Yay!
Kind of trying to be your shadow, and she's going to take a sneak attack on Valtteri.
Yes. That's my girl.
15, which hits Valtteri. So she got to roll a 1d6 for sneak attack and then a 1d4 for her dagger, plus 3. She rolled a 6 on the d6 and a 4 on the d4. Ooh. So she does 13 damage.
Girl!
As Maribel just kind of slides in the sand. And as you go high with the trident, she goes low and slashes at the ankles. Valtteri is starting to look a little hurt here. And Valtteri is going to use, the rage she's kind of building up, not like your kind of rage, but, just normal rage. And she is going to use a multi-attack on you. She kind of pulls out her rapier and stabs at you twice. The first is a natural 1. So you bounce the rapier out of the way with your trident, and she will make her second attack, which is a 18.
That does hit.
6 damage, but you are raging, so it's halved, so you only take 3.
Perfect. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
You hear the sound of another bow being brought back and an arrow unleashing.
You're going for me again. God dang it.
And you feel an arrow kind of dig in to your left shoulder.
Oh, it hit.
Yeah. It was just a base roll of 15, so then plus 3 would be 18, yeah. So this does 4 points of damage, but you have resistance, so halved to 2.
Dang it. Okay.
And you see kind of on the cliffside again, another half-elf pop up.
Good lord. There's so many of them. So if we take down the captain, maybe they'll get nervous or something.
That's certainly a hope. Bastian will make an attack on the figure in front of him, the half-orc in front of him.
Okay.
which will hit 6 damage. Nice. He slashes the sword at the half-orc. The half-orc just yells out and falls back down onto the ground. So Bastian takes one out.
Let's go, Bastian.
Colas threw his dagger, so he is currently weaponless.
Colas, I need some help.
He'll kind of like look around, and yeah, he is going to see that you're kind of looking pretty bloodied at this point. And he is going to run towards you, like run away from the attack that's on him. So the guy does get an attack of opportunity on him, which does hit. So he takes a little damage. Takes 6 damage. He's still looking okay, but definitely a little hurt, especially for a thin little halfling bard boy. But yeah, he will run up, get just right up to you, put 2 hands on your leg and cast Cure Wounds.
Yes.
You heal 11.
Wow. Back at 26 hit points.
The half-elf will take another shot at you.
You jerks.
You get the sense that, now it's going captain for captain. That is a 16.
Yep.
The cool thing about barbarians is you have a low AC, so you get hit a lot, but you also have your resistances, so you just dominate stuff.
Huh.
That's 6 damage, but halved is 3.
All right, not too bad. It's fine. All these arrows in me, totally fine. I'm too mad to care, actually.
Too mad to care. The Goliath is going to run towards you and take a big swing at you from behind. 17 to hit. Definitely looking like, he's going to be a problem.
You might be a problem. Yeah.
9 damage, halved, so you take 5.
Okay, back at 18 hit points.
Yeah, runs up and just slams in the back. Kind of knocks the wind out of you for a moment.
I don't even care. I don't even care at all. Just as captain.
Yeah. Beam will attack Bastian. Beam is pathetic.
Yeah.
Beam is terrible. We already knew this, though. He tries to hit Bastian, but Bastian just kind of like puts his wing up and it cuts a few feathers, but doesn't do any actual damage to him.
Oh, Bean.
It seems like the 2 half-orcs were brothers, so he's going to see the one fall over and then go after Bastian, for some sort of revenge.
Makes sense.
And do 6 damage.
Who is holding the cage with the cat, by the way?
The cage at this point would just kind of be on the ground.
Okay.
And it is you now.
All right. So, I can say bonus action to attack as well, right?
Yeah, so you can attack twice.
All right, we are going after this captain. I don't want to kill her. I want to somehow spare her, kind of. I want to knock her over at least. And see if I can't put my trident at her throat and threaten the rest of the crew.
Got it. All right, make an attack.
Oh, it's only an 11.
You do have the Bardic Inspiration.
4.
4. So 11 plus 4 is 15. So that hits. That is, you hit.
Perfect.
You feel your poke is about to miss, and you kind of look down at Colas, who's like has his arms wrapped around you, healing you, wrapped around your leg, healing you. And you're like, I am salty. And you make your attack. Roll damage.
All right, so it's D8. So I only got a 2, but then I also get +3 piercing, and then plus the rage.
+2 rage. Yeah, you hit Valtteri. She is still up, looking pretty woozy and moving back and forth. Looking not great. You do have your bonus attack.
All right, back at it again. Normal roll. Oh, it's only an 8. Dang it.
8, yeah, an 8 unfortunately will miss. She kind of swings. You swing just a little too off to the side.
Dang it. I'm able to talk to my teammates at all and be like, Maribel, go save the cat.
You want to tell Maribel to grab the cat?
Yeah, go free the cat. The cat can help, probably. I don't know if the cat can fight. Probably not.
Possibly. Roll a persuasion.
Okay. Persuasion. 21.
Okay. Because Maribel's kind of trying to see the scene, you know, and her normal like fight or flight instinct, or really the fight part of that, is kicking in, and like, I gotta take these guys out. But yeah, hears you say that, she looks over to the cage and just slashes her dagger at it, and it opens up, and yeah, Scrumpy just shoots out of it.
Kitty.
Valtteri is up now.
Uh-oh.
Who's going to do a multi-attack on you. First one, no longer with advantage though. First one is a 13.
Yeah, I'm armor class 13, so.
13, okay. So that'll hit you.
Bonk.
6 points, halved, so 3
Okay.
points of damage.
2, 3. Okay.
And then the other, that's pretty bad. 11.
Ha! Swing and a miss.
Yeah, she pokes you once with the rapier, takes a deep breath. It's like, I'll kill you. Swings again and just over the shoulder. You hear another arrow being knocked and shot at you.
When will they miss?
Oh, that's bad. That's a 9. Just this one zooms over. You hear the zip as it moves over your shoulder and hits in the ground.
Close one.
Bastian is up. Our good lad Bastian. He is going to attack the half-orc who's attacking him. Does 9 points of damage, which knocks him out. Hell yeah.
Ooh.
Good work, Bastian.
Dang, that bird's good.
Bastian, strong fighter boy.
Thank God.
And he is going to knock that one out, use his movement to kind of fly up towards one of the half-elves shooting arrows. And then he is going to use his action surge to get another round, another turn of attacks, which is a cool fighter ability, to attack one of the half-elves.
Dang.
Up there.
I'm learning so much.
Yes. 15, so he hits and does 6 damage. So he hits one of the archers up there.
Good bird.
Colas, out of spells.
Uh-oh.
Oh
no.
He's out of spells and he no longer has his dagger.
Uh-oh.
I think he will look up at the Goliath who's like kind of hovering above you and be like, "You're not that tall!" Haha. And do vicious mockery on him.
Great.
The Goliath got a natural 1. So the Goliath fails.
Oh my God.
Which means takes 3 points of psychic damage. Good. But most importantly, has disadvantage on the next thing he tries.
Owned.
The half elf that Bastian attacked is going to pull out a sword and attack Bastian. And will hit Bastian for 5 points of damage. Bastian is still up, but starting to look a little worn. Starting to look pretty rough.
Yeah, it's kind of a rough fight. These guys just keep coming.
Yeah. Next up is the Goliath Farley, who just was insulted.
He's hurt.
He's going to, make an attack on you, but he has disadvantage.
But he's crying.
Insult. Yeah. Just one tear falling down his face. Like, what is this? And yeah, it's a 10. So 10 will miss.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, he misses you.
Owned. Let's go! Okay.
Beam is up. Beam is going to start to try to like slink away. He's going to kind of see the way this fight is going, that 2 of his people are down, how bad the captain looks, and you see him start to slink away. It seems like he's moving kind of towards the ship.
Oh.
That brings it around to you.
Well, I guess he probably can't captain the whole ship by himself, so he's not really going to go anywhere. Maybe we can recruit him for our crew later. Bean. All right. So Captain's still in front of me. She's looking a little rough.
Yep, she's looking bad.
I just want to keep attacking her. I want this girl to go down.
Okay.
You know, the cat's free. It's fine. You got nothing to lose here, everything to gain.
Yeah.
Give us your ship.
Well, what I'll say is as Scrumpy is freed, he will fly over and kind of get into Captain Valttari's face and like be clawing at her a bit, which I'll say this gives you advantage. It's kind of like an assist action, him distracted after he got free.
Oh, thanks, Scrumpy. All right. Well, we're going to keep tridenting at her. So let's see if I can get... Okay, got advantage there. Submit. That is 24.
24 will hit.
Absolutely it will. And then it's a D8? Yes. Two-handed is D8 plus 3. All right.
Mm-hmm.
D8. It is 6 plus 3, so that's 9 plus 2 for the rage. 11.
She's looking rough and you bring it around. Are you just trying to knock her out? Are you going for a lethal sort of hit? What's your...
So I kind of want to just knock her down.
Here?
I want to make sure that everyone else can see that I have my trident at her throat. I could kill her if I wanted to, but...
Yeah, all right.
I don't want her to be
You
dead.
kind of swing the trident. You make it look like you're about to stab her, but then you bring back the other side and hit her with the other end of it, just right across the jaw. You see like a tooth break and fly to the ground as she just slams down, incredibly dazed, and you then bring the pointy end of the trident down to her throat. So then you're kind of like, you're not using your other attack. You're gonna try to scare these folks.
Yeah, so I think maybe try to intimidate them and see if... Let them know that we'll spare her, but they do have to help us get off this island. But if they won't help us at all, she does die right here. For real. I will kill. I'll do it. Fuck with me.
Will you kill her?
If they don't comply.
Okay. Then I won't have you make a deception check. if Finnea thinks that it might actually be something she would be forced to do, I won't make you make a deception check. Roll intimidation then.
All right. Because Finnea's pissed.
I'll say you have advantage because...
Pissed. You tried to sell my friend. You stole my cat. Has been playing games and trying to shoot us from a distance with your sneaky, sneaky little arrows. And we're furious. You're going to help us get off this island or you're going to die right now. Rolling intimidation, 22.
Yeah. While it had all seemed like jokes before, fun and games, weren't taking you seriously. Now with the trident down to their captain's throat, they all kind of look at you, two of them knocked out, Beam looking not so great. The half-elves are in some sort of conflict, and then there is the big Goliath standing above you. Captain Valtteri kind of blinks open her eyes and looks up at you. And a moment ago, she could see, what looked to be a privileged half-elf girl playing pirate. Now sees this as the person who holds her life in the balance. Behind you, you see Farley, or you wouldn't see it, but you can kind of, out of the corner of your eye, tell that Farley is lifting up his club to take another hit. And Valtteri puts a hand up and says, "No! Weapons down!"
Smart choice.
And Farley drops the club. The half-elves drop their bows as Bastian puts his sword up to one of them, and Maribel gets up and is kind of flicking a dagger and pointing at the other, who puts his bow down.
Very scary. So it seems like you guys made the right call.
At this point, you do hear someone yelling "Ah!" And you look over and you see Rutley, who maybe Maribel didn't tie up nice enough, running in, trying to save the day. And as he kind of gets close, Captain Valtteri puts a hand out towards him. He's like, "We've lost today." Rutley's like, "Yeah, I figured. I got beat up by a palm tree, so, we didn't have much of a chance, I guess. It is what it is." And yeah, you seem to have a fairly good grasp over this situation. What's the thought now? Are you tying anyone up?
I think I want to bask in it for just a moment, kind of look around and smirk and talk about who the real pirates are.
Yeah.
You guys underestimated us. You thought my hat looked silly. My crew was even talking about real pirates. Who's the real pirates now? It's us. And that over there is a really nice ship you've got there. Can you guys help us get out of here, actually? Kind of trails off, gets a little nervous.
Yeah, as you're doing that, Colas is also kind of like being your hype man, you know? Being like, they will tell stories of the day that Captain Salty Finnea took down, you know? And then you're like, can you help us get off? And he's like, oh.
Actually, we don't know how to work your entire ship, and I feel like I don't want to leave you guys here because that doesn't seem like a very good thing to do. I don't think. We will kill you, don't get me wrong, but would you guys want to go out of here together?
Roll a persuasion check at advantage.
Okay. So yeah, I feel like we could use some of their crew. They could help us out. We could make this happen. No one has to die on this island here today. At advantage, submit. 15. It's good work. We could make some new friends after all, you guys.
They kind of look at you, consider the situation, and also consider the mercy you're showing in this moment. Valtteri doesn't say anything. You can tell like she is embarrassed. This is not a situation she's been in before. Beam will say, yeah, certainly, we can do that. We can all go to the ship. You'll go your way. We'll go ours. And our groups never see each other again.
Okay. But you do have to tell people about the day Salty showed you mercy. Will you do this?
Roll an additional persuasion check.
Okay. Just wants to be known so bad. 14.
Beam's like, yeah, sure.
For sure, man.
Sure. So are you letting all of them be unbound, or are you like kind of gonna keep a few of them as collateral, or what's your thought?
So I think the ones who are knocked out.
Yeah, Bastian would probably give you the advice that it is smartest to not let all of them, you know, be walking around and moving, so that you have some sort of collateral.
Yeah, because Finnea would totally just let everyone do,
it.
you know, whatever they want. But I guess since there's the ones that are knocked out already, I think we should kind of keep them as collateral just in case. But at the same time, I feel like these pirates have already learned their lesson one time. And we'll do it again. we can do this again if we have to. But I feel like I would so rather not.
Yeah. Bastian, you know, as you're like, they've learned their lesson. Bastian's like, I'm sure they have. I'll go grab some manacles. You know, the person who's probably actually seen some pirates in his day. Yeah,
he's only real pirate.
But he would probably recommend, you know, keeping the captain in manacles and
he's a smart bird.
Probably one of the half-orcs at least.
Yeah, both half-orcs and the captain. Otherwise, the other ones are to help us sail the ship. And they have to have their hands to do that, I think. Probably. Expert sailor, by the way. But
and Colas will say to you, should we get the other one too? The one that was knocked out? Are we bringing him or just leaving him?
I'll bring everyone.
And you know, over the afternoon, you are able to find some manacles in the cove or some manacles that, you know, would be kind of, a few of them would be just carrying them because they, you know, plan to lock you all up.
Yeah.
So you use the manacles that were meant for you to put it on one of the half-orcs and put it on the captain. And then I imagine maybe the crossbow guy too when you bring him around, just for good measure.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you spend the afternoon moving things around. You for a moment probably think like we should probably put something on this Goliath, but then like you realize the manacles are too small for his wrists, so you're like, well, okay,
he's fine. Probably
we'll just keep a close eye.
He's loyal to his captain, it seems like. So
yeah, and she seems mostly like, you know, a little thankful for her life that you didn't take it, a little kind of tail between the legs, embarrassed as well, and also knowing she's in a bad position to try anything, frankly.
Better not.
But you're able to gather the locked folks and bring people over to the ship. You do find that there was another crewmate on the ship, a small gnomish man who just seemed to be kind of watching over in case maybe you would have, in case anyone would have come around when other people were in the cove.
Wow.
But yeah, he seems like very quickly seems like the least loyal of the bunch. You make out that he's the cook, and he's just kind of there because it's a job.
Yeah, good for him.
And immediately, like, already seems to be just as like jovial with all of you as he is with his actual crewmates.
Oh, well, perfect. Welcome to our new crew.
You put some people in the brig down below, lock doors that need to be locked, and have a very, very tenuous crew, a very tenuous alliance with this pirate crew that at this point, all of you are just in the hopes of getting past this situation with your lives intact.
I mean, personally, I think we should have a nice time. So I would like to have my bard sing us some nice songs while we sail the ocean blue. As pirates do. Have some nice
I'm going to have you just make a pure charisma check.
Deal. Submit 14.
You know, in general, you know, Finnea has this sort of bright-eyed optimism about people and the world. A very disarming kindness, right? That these pirates have not seen. You know, it isn't necessarily the joyous, fun time that you dreamed it might be or hoped it might be, but they do seem like resigned in the fact that fighting you again and killing you just doesn't seem to be worth it.
No.
And that there is a way to get through this with all of your lives intact and only a little bit of shame from them.
Yeah, at least me and Colas can have fun, you know?
Yeah. Colas, she plays a lot of songs, performs well. And, you know, Maribel continues to just shadow you around, you know, worried about you a fair bit, kind of trying to be, you know, a little bit of your protector in case any of these pirates act up. And Bastian does his normal thing of flying up to the top mast and looking out to make sure the seas are all calm ahead.
Aww.
And yeah, I'd say as you sail along, I have an image of Finnea probably just standing at the bow of the ship, you know, one leg up, smiling out to the horizon. That is where we'll end this session.
We made it! We lived! We didn't kill anyone and we made it!
Oh, goodness.
And there's dancing and there's music and we're on a boat. This is all we wanted. Ha! Take that.
Who knows what's next? It seems like the tenuous relationship hopefully will stay intact long enough for you to make it ashore. But who knows beyond that as Finnea does some actual piracy, steals a ship.
We stole a ship. We did pirate things today. I'm a real pirate. I mean, I was a real pirate to begin with, but a realer pirate, a pirate, if you will.
A true pirate.
A free pirate.
All right. Well, that was so fun. Keely, thank you so much for playing. Thank you for being a guest.
Of course. Thanks so much for having me on. This has been so much fun. I'm learning so much about D&D.
Yeah, certainly interest. You know, for these one-on-one sessions, I don't always like to have these huge combat things with tons of characters that aren't you because obviously I like it when the main character is the most involved. But yeah, with the idea of the crew, I really, it called for a bit of a battle.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you did well. It was close. How many hit points did you have at the end?
At the end, let me pull that up. I had 15, so it was a bit under half. Oof.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll have some more conversations in a post show called After the Roll. If any of you are interested, you can check out the Patreon for that. Other than that, though, that's all I've got for this episode. Thanks again so much. I appreciate you being a guest.
Of course. Anytime.
Awesome. Well, I hope all of you who have listened all the way through have a great day and or night, and I will see you in the next one.
Good night.
Bye. All right, it's that time again. Thank you to all the patrons and the heroes of Courtia tier. And we're going to start by looking at what all those heroes have been getting up to. So first we have Hatton the Half-Elf. Tired from spending a few nights running from cultists out to sacrifice him, when he finally reached Teldwith, he decided to splurge on a nice inn. one of the most famous in the city, the Worthless Note, a tavern known for featuring some of the best musicians in Courtia and drawing in the attention of many heroes. For the first time in a long time, Hatton felt like he was where he belonged. Or at least where he would belong one day. He felt this so much so that after a few drinks, he decided to give a performance of his own that admittedly fell flat, but the crowd was kind enough to indulge him in it. Next is Tosier the Jagged, a turtle hardened by time and battle who has found himself in the service of a rising deity named Arthei. He's been taking jobs a little ways outside of the city of Valia, proving to the people of the area not only his strength, but also the strength of his patron, which all in all was going rather well, as most recently he earned a fair bit of praise and favor for slaying a giant scorpion that had been wreaking havoc on a nearby hamlet. As he received his payment, he made sure to spout out the good word of Arthei. Then we have Nazima Alta, who last time found herself in the sights of the most notorious crime syndicate in Courtia, the Corners. Luckily for Nazima, they just wanted to hire her, which is how she found herself in Enden Keep, creeping from hallway to hallway and eventually entering the Lord's chamber. She moved in rhythm with his snores and grabbed a necklace with a sapphire fixed upon it. Not long after, she was back at the meeting place she had set with the Corners. After laying the necklace in front of them, she just said, "What next?" Following that is Lyra, a drow blood hunter currently traveling with a caravan she rescued from some goblins. Lyra, not having spent much time with others, mostly kept to herself throughout the journey north. However, she did help when she was needed, most notably when they were trying to ford a river and a young cleric of Bahamut fell into the water. And the young cleric of Bahamut fell into the water and was swept down the river along the bottom. Without a thought, Lyra dove in after him, and using her swords on the bottom of the river to slow the two of them down, she was able to pull him out of the water. Yarma, the young cleric, promised between coughs that he would one day repay her. Breathing heavy, she sat back with a feeling of pride for doing something right. And finally, we have Virgil Bowerstone, who last we left had followed a shimmering figure in the distance to a mysterious pond that he then drank from, causing everything to go dark. And now he finds himself floating in what must be water. But that can't be right, as he isn't needing to hold his breath. It feels like water, though. Then almost out of nowhere, a massive form shoots past his right and then past his left, and as he finally tracks where it started, he sees the form of a massive serpent, whose head turns to him and says, "You drank from my waters. Does that mean you're here to free me?" Well, Virgil didn't know for sure the intentions of this beast. He sure as hell knew there was no way he would free it. So he grabbed for his mace. And then the serpent pounced. And that is all of the Tales of the Heroes for now. Along with the heroes of Courtia, though, I'd also like to thank the citizens of Allhearth who have recently elected local favorite Beth Callow as mayor, and are now preparing for her first town meeting. The attendants expected at the next meeting are Boss Hunter 9, Travis Croats, Softstar, Adustus, Gleb Borjevsky, Sam Pancisco, Joachim Dahlquist, Nursbone, Savara, Phil Emarg, Grizzly Melon, and Bladed SK. Hopefully, you made the right choice. Anyway, have a good one. Bye.